Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Pixel 6a. This is basically a Metro by T-Mobile device. It's been out for a while. It's going on a year now, and I believe in July. Came out in 2022. You're going to get about 3 years worth of software updates. For someone that purchases this phone, you're fine in terms of software. Google actually takes care of their customers for the most part, outside of Samsung and Apple. Most other companies, maybe OnePlus. The other ones only do about a year worth of software updates, which is really mediocre, especially for the asking price for a lot of phones. But I had to talk to you guys about this one, primarily because I've been coming across a couple issues that you guys need to know about that were never fixed when a phone was originally launched. And this is some of the reasons why I don't trust every company. But Google, for the most part, the phone is pretty good. Anyway, with that being said, look, get that little glare out of there. Let's talk about it. So let me take this case off so you can actually see the phone, so you know I'm actually using a Google 6a. Now the phone is about $300 and something or so for Metro by T-Mobile. If you're porting, it's free. If you're adding a line, it's $49. So that $49, $60 plan plus taxes and fees and things like that, you'd probably be looking at about $140, $150 to get it outside of the store. Very good phone. Phenomenal cameras. I did a review on it already on the channel, so subscribe and take a look at that review if you want to see it. Wait. I think I did a review. I might not have. No, it was kind of like a half review thing that showed the cameras, but it wasn't it was a full review, but it wasn't. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more about this phone. So if you saw the video, you're probably wondering what the issues I had with this. So first things first, I'm going to play a game while we talk. One of the issues I noticed with this phone is it's actually warm right now. You may be asking what I did on it. So all I did was basically watch a bunch of YouTube videos. I do have an application called YouCut that actually allows you to edit videos. It allows you to combine them. So for Apple users that have, I forgot what the Apple application is that's free, that comes with the phone that allows you to edit videos. YouCut is actually a free application, though it does have ads. Now, if you get the paid for version, which is either $4.99 a year, or I think like $12.99 forever, and you just own it, because with a lot of features, right? The issue that I have is that this phone does overheat. I cannot stress enough how often that has happened so far when I'm using the cameras. Now, when I'm playing a game like Call of Duty, like right here that you see, I haven't had any issues where the phone has gotten so hot that it actually stopped the application from working. You may wonder, what are you talking about? That is a real thing, in case you guys are wondering. This phone has the ability where, if let's say you're recording 4K 60 frames, which is what I normally do for video, so the files are pretty big, it will get so hot to the point where the phone will stop recording. It will let me know in a little description, like when you pull down the menu, that the phone is too hot, and it will resume when it cools down. It will also do the same thing if it's backing up photos. Now, I haven't had that issue yet with backing up photos, but I did have that issue with recording probably about a 25, about maybe 40 minutes roughly of 4K video. Like, it got extremely hot. And you may ask yourself, hey, maybe you're probably, I don't know, in a hot room or something. And normally I would say, yeah, you're right. But that's not the case. Every room that I'm in has air conditioning. My computer room, living room, bedroom, dining room, which is dining room, kitchen, like they separate rooms, but it's big enough where the air conditioner can have enough BTUs to keep everything cool. My computers run cool. Other phones, A54 5G, other phones that I use, everything runs fine, except for this phone. And I kind of knew that it had that issue. I'm sorry, I was out of frame. I kind of knew it had that issue to begin with, but I decided to buy it anyway. And I don't regret it. There's always a guy running around. I don't regret buying the phone at all. But what I will say is that, processor wise, it runs nicely. It feels good in the hand. Don't get me wrong, it's a great phone. It's a great device. It's just the problem is that it does get hot too soon. Now, what I did notice is that when the back gets very hot, like right here, when the back gets hot, what ends up happening is that I do turn the game off, or I might turn the camera off, and within 60 seconds, it's back to being cool again at normal, optimal levels of temperature, right? Which is perfectly fine. Let me get out of this. I don't need to play this. It's just a regular game. So anyway, my point is that it does do a pretty good job of heat management if you're just using it every day. It did not overheat when I used this for the, actually, let me go to the camera. What is it called? A little stuttering over here. Oops, I forgot. This thing isn't following me. So it did not overheat when I did things like play video games. Genshin Impact. I played Call of Duty. I play a lot on this phone. What else do I have here? So I'm just going to place. I'm going to do this now and just tell you how hot it's getting. Unfortunately, I don't have the gun, the heat gun. I got to buy one of those so you can feel it. But it's getting hot right now. And like I said before, I didn't have an issue with playing video games on it. It didn't overheat like Diablo Immortal. I played Honkai, whatever it's called, Star Road. I played not Vindictus. What's that game called? Black Desert. I played a bunch of games on this. And what I noticed is that, you know, it's getting warm. It's already hot. It's hot right now, and the Zarya was 30-something seconds. So you can imagine how hot this phone gets at probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes in. It gets very, very hot. So if you're planning on using this as your primary shooter, if you're in a cooler environment, like, I don't know, 7 degrees outside, 60-something degrees, you're perfectly fine. But if it's summertime, 90 degrees, you're going to have overheating issues with this particular device. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm just being honest with you. In addition to that, the fast charging. I'm used to phones that last, I want to say about, well, the fast charging is about 30 minutes, 50%. This guy will give you, and this is just a minor gripe, the second one. Actually, the screen's even hot right now too when I feel it. So that's why I stopped it. I'm just going to let it cool down, give it about a minute or so, and I'll pick it up and let you know how warm it feels. So the battery management is pretty decent on it. Though what I will say is, because I use phones to the extreme and I do that on purpose to see how well they last, I would say that this phone, the battery is about, I don't know, 40-something% in 30 minutes roughly, maybe 50 on a good day. Even if you're using a 20-watt charger, I've had 30-watt chargers, 45-watt chargers, the one I use for the Steam Deck, and it just doesn't really perform as well as other phones when it comes to charging. Now, I know they did that on purpose because this is the 6A edition. And even with all the gripes that I'm talking to you guys about, it's still better than a lot of other mid-tier phones in the market. The only one that I would say that's mid-tier that can rival this in terms of, well, it doesn't even rival it. Let's be real here. With this Google processor inside of here, nothing rivals this phone in the US market in terms of, I'm talking about like contract carriers or prepaid carriers, not phones that you can buy separately on Amazon or out of seas. Those are better. But I'm talking about the United States where I am. No phone is better than this. There's the A54 5G, but that phone has a plethora of problems that I probably should have talked about before I sold it. And I got rid of the phone. I sold it to a family member, well, on my wife's side. So, you know, take that as you will. Not a real family member. But anyway, once I got rid of that phone, I kind of regretted it because of the amazing battery life and the 25-watt charging speeds is what it allowed. And that really made a difference in my lifestyle. Though I don't have too much of an issue using this particular device. Is it still warm? Yep, it's back to regular temperature. So after like a minute or so of me just babbling and talking, it went right back to a minute. And that's why I say it's not ideal. It's a good phone. Like if you're talking, texting, web browsing, playing games, Netflix, things like that, I don't have any issues whatsoever. It works great for the everyday man. But it's when you start using the cameras more, it's when if you're recording a wedding, if you're outside in different environments, heating conditions, your phone is going to suffer. And I have to be completely honest with you. Now, I had convinced some people to buy this phone and they love it so far. But again, my usage is different than your usage. I use this thing to edit videos, to do Canva on. I barely use Canva on the web. I convert videos through UCut, which allows you to grab videos and convert it, add music, change the sound, change the frame rate, all that stuff. I am abusing this phone because this is what I do with Android and Apple devices. And this has given me the worst performance. And when I mean performance, I'm talking about heat sink. I haven't had any lag. I haven't had any other issues. So for you guys that are wondering about the lag of the phone or anything, I haven't had it. I haven't experienced it. Now, I did have a couple apps crash, meaning like I'll click on YouTube, right? And then instead of YouTube loading like you see right now, which I have bad network in this building. Okay, I don't know what that is. Anyway, um, after, you know, this loading, sometimes there'll be a little screen on the top of the screen and everything else is black. And I'll just have to close the application out altogether and then reopen it. And it works. So that's a minor detail. It works very well with everything else. And I do notice that the new update 16, no, that's Apple. I know the new update for Pixel, it felt like my battery life got a little bit worse based on my usage, but still, it's not horrible or anything like that. But I just wanted to let you guys know, ideally, it is a very good device. For the price tag, like I said, free for porting if you're a non-T-Mobile branded carrier, meaning companies that use the T-Mobile network. Price tag is the best phone on any prepaid website that I saw outside of Apple devices and outside of like the higher end Samsungs like the S22, S23. This is ideal for most people's lives, especially for the price tag. $3 insurance under Metro by T-Mobile. You're looking at between $60 to $100 for a if you have insurance for a what's it called, a replacement device. And the only reason I'm telling you that because of the tier of insurance it falls under, I think it's between 3 or 4. So not bad at all, not bad. And I believe it's $170 for an upgrade under Metro by T-Mobile, just so they can, you know, take over the market. If they released more of these type of phones for prepaid services, Samsung has, you know, there will be no reason to buy an A54 because Samsung honestly has been charging a lot of money for mediocre phones in the mid-tier market, and they're not even mid-tier anymore. They're just taking more and more features away every time they make a phone, and it's just not working well for them. Because the A53 was a disaster. The A52 was pretty good. The A54 5G is decent, but it lags way too much. And you're paying way too much money to unlock your phone, and it lags every single day. That is a problem. It's one of the reasons why I bought the Pixel and that phone at the same time, and I spent a couple days with both of them and realized it wasn't a contest. The Pixel kicks his ass, point blank. So it's a very good device overall, but be aware of some of the issues, especially if you're a professional photographer. You may not want to use this phone for long periods. Or maybe you have a cooling system or you have something that will help you keep the phone cool, then you're fine. You're perfectly fine with that. But if you're in extreme heat, I'm telling you, this phone is going to suffer for that reason, especially for the camera aspect. I'm not talking about anything else. But anyway, that's it. Like I said, I don't like lying to any viewer that watches my content. I don't care if 20,000 watch it. I don't care if 2,000 watch it. I don't care if no one watches it or I just get one viewer and that's me. I want to tell you the truth about a product before you buy it. I don't make money from this. This is not a sponsored video. It's none of that nonsense. But anyway, that is pretty much the Google Pixel. I'm going to keep the phone. I love the phone. This is the phone that I'm going to hold on to personally as my primary device. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But anyway, like and subscribe. If you guys have any questions, I will try to get back to you as much as I can. I do have a full-time job. I'm actually at work right now on a break when I did this video. I do run 2 YouTube channels, and I try to respond to people as much as I can. So don't take it personally if I don't. It's just that I'm busy, and I have a wife and other things going on. But anyway, like and subscribe, guys, and I will see all of you in the next video.